Good evening, everyone. We're going to try this one more time again. This is the last time, I promise. I'm just not going to do anything this evening. But like I was stating before, there are a lot of things going on in media per se. And I know a lot of times we get compounded and annotated with media. So a lot of times you just kind of want to get it and go. But sometimes you have to really listen and get the in-depth stories of what's happening around you, because the easiest thing that you can do is not be informed. Okay. So let's see here. I'm going to do my best over here with my very limited conditions. All right. So with that being said, we're going to move on to the news. And kind of the first thing here that I want to cover is Ukraine. Now, the Democrats are proposing, after they win the primaries here in November, right? That's what they said. After we win the primaries here in November, we're going to give Ukraine more money. Yeah. We're going to give Ukraine more money. Now, at the same time, we understand that January 6th committee issued Donald Trump a subpoena. They have already sentenced Steve Bannon to only 4 months in jail, family, 120 days. And see, this is what happens when you're dealing with rich, powerful white people. Even other rich, powerful white people do not like to see them in jail unless the crimes are so egregious, right? You're dealing with kids or you're hurting women, right? But if you're destroying the environment, if you are frauding the government, if you are doing back alley deals with national security, right? They're giving these guys less than a year for these crimes, right? And these are federal crimes, family. These are federal crimes that these people are committing, but they're getting these slaps on the wrist. But that's how the system of white supremacy protects their own. I hope a lot of us knew that Steve Bannon wasn't going to essentially go to jail for 26 years, let alone 2 years, but 4 months. Anyway, so we know Kanye's in the media. He said something profound that I want to cover on another day during that whole Tucker Carlson interview. But most of it was coon babble. But nonetheless, there is something he said. I don't know if it was Tucker Carlson. Yeah, I believe it was Tucker Carlson. But I would like to play that videotape. But I'm just going to cover it real quick here. He was stating how, essentially that the reason why the Black community never receives anything from politics like other groups do is because we don't ask for nothing. Now, out of all the things he said, that's the one thing that is 1000% truth, family. Because they hold these fish fries and barbecues and dance off and raffle and bingo nights. They do all these things to get our people to the polls. But when it comes for the government to do anything for us, family, they don't do that. See, they don't pander to these other groups because they don't have to, because those other groups said, no, don't do none of those things. Just give us $31 billion. Just give us an anti-hate crime bill. Just treat us second to the system of white supremacy, but we don't want to be third and fourth like those Negroes. That's what the other groups do. And I'm talking about the other groups who are of lighter skin. With the media projects majority of them. And I'm not hating against them. They're getting what they're asked for, right? In this country, the 4 major populations are whites, Hispanics, blacks, and Asians in that order. Even though we are third in the population, we still have one of the most powerful positioning in voting, especially in certain districts, in certain states. And we can actually change power. Like we can essentially vote certain people in because we're a large population in those very key areas, those cities, you know, Chicago, Baltimore, Atlanta, DC, you know, where there's a large Black population. We can make it go either way. So again, we have to really keep our eye on these things and not just vote blue no matter who, or vote red, nobody cares. Yeah, we care. You should care where your vote goes if you vote. Let me just ask you one question. What if a close, dear friend of yours invited you to a cookout? They invited you to a barbecue, and they do this every year. They invite you to the cookout every year. And when you come, they even say, come hungry. The food is going to be delicious. They're serving from fruit trays to fried chicken plates, okay? Fruit trays to fried chicken plates. We're going to have everything. And we're going to lay it all out. And they invite you every year to the cookout. But when you get there, even though prior they told you come hungry, they tell you, you cannot eat. You cannot eat. See, when the Democrats win, they kind of throw this party when they get their little political cycles. I mean, both parties does this. Don't get me wrong. Don't forget apolitical here. No side. They both have these little parties. But the difference with these groups are when the party is over, so any promises they made to you are over too, because you didn't get it in writing. You know how some people at least get a promissory ring or an engagement ring? We don't even get that. We get an old pat on the back. Oh, we'll take care of you. It's kind of like what Herschel Walker said. They got my bike and I got their bike. It's almost like he said, you know, that's what Joe Biden got up there and stated. The African-American community had my back and I'm going to have theirs. One of the biggest lies ever told. Definitely, family. But anyway, Ukraine army approaches, Russia evacuations, and dam warnings. Family, I don't care. Essentially what's going over in Ukraine and Russia. I mean, I don't want any innocent people to be hurt or harmed or kids or anything like that. But God damn it, if we continue to be distracted by anything mass media puts in front of our face that is going to distract us from the goal. And here's the most beautiful thing about this, family, is that you don't have to do anything. The only thing that I would encourage you to do, especially, I'm from Washington, D.C. Tariq Nasheed is holding an FBA rally, a reparations rally, on November 5th in DC, down on the monument. I would encourage everybody to go. If you don't have work, you should go. If you can afford to take off from work, you should go. See, the Million Man March, believe it or not, family, there's nothing that really came out of that is tangible. Okay, that is tangible. Now it can transform into tangible things. And what am I talking about? Am I saying that Minister Farrakhan wastes his time? No, I'm not stating that. What we showed is our strength. What we showed is organization. What we showed was unity. What we showed is that we can actually rally together for some common causes as men and women. There were some women out there in the Million Man March too supporting their men. And see, the white community really didn't believe that Louis Farrakhan was going to get 1 million people down on the monument. And he did. He got actually more than 1 million. They did some sort of survey and took some aerial shots. And they said by their projections and imagery, it was over 1 million people, but definitely 1 million men. And then when you look at the deprivation and the low income of the Black community, people were coming from everywhere. Just to hear him speak. But the power out of that, again, family, is focus on the unity and focus on us having the ability to organize. That is the most powerful thing. No, you didn't walk away with a car. You get a car and you get a car. No, 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 no. But hopefully people got something out of that. Okay. And here we are again. There's a Reparations Valley November 5th. They're going to have all sorts of speakers. They're going to have Tariq Nasheed up there. They're going to have Dr. Boyce Watkins. I believe they're going to have Claude Anderson, I believe, if his health is okay. I believe they're going to have him. They're going to have Riza Islam. They're going to have Teslin. They're going to have a lot of great, powerful speakers. And the only thing I hope when these people are speaking, they speak as though they do online. Because a lot of times you get in front of people, you get excited, you get emotional, and we want that, but we want the message. See, let's not make it a church sermon. I'm not saying they're going to do that. They don't speak like that. Let's not make it a church sermon. Let's not do any of those things, because at the end of the day, family, guess what? This is going to charge the movement. This is going to inform the people. And that is the most important thing that we can get from this. Absolutely. Absolutely. Now, we're just scrolling through the news, family. This is just the news. Here's your buddy, good old Elon Musk. He's telling he's going to have to send up to $10 billion in Tesla stock in order to buy Twitter. Now, this is the richest man in the world. Do you believe that the richest man in the world became the richest by accident? Do you believe he became the richest by accident? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. He did not become the richest by accident, family. Because Elon Musk, right? Elon Musk is literally trying to dirty the Twitter name. He pays media outsources. Okay, I'm speculating. I don't know if any of this is founded, but because he's the most powerful man he's the most richest man in the world, was thus could make him the most powerful man in the world as an entrepreneur. But nonetheless, I'm pretty sure he has mass media ties where he can kind of throw these headlines. Because why would they say this is $10 billion in Tesla stock next week to get the train wreck Twitter deal done? And we know how short-sighted some people are. They're going to say, oh, wow, Twitter is a train wreck. What he's trying to do is actually lower the amount that he has to buy Twitter. But they say, hey, no, you already told us $40 billion. So that's the deal you need to, essentially go ahead and make. Elon Musk knows how to make money. Elon Musk knows how to stay in the news. Elon Musk knows how to sell Teslas. He knows how to build solar panel roofs. He knows how to get in your pocket, and it's working. It's working. Good old Elon Musk, the billion-dollar man. He's literally just controlling things by the snap of his fingers. Okay. A lot of people quiet this evening. Okay. Just getting off from work. Made it through the traffic. It's getting to the point where they're kind of clowning Brittany Griner. They really are. It's getting despicable, right? They're stating that Brittany Griner reportedly turned down the opportunity to play basketball in prison because it's too painful to practice. If you notice, they were referring to her playing basketball in prison, not allowing her to leave prison and play basketball and then come back. No, you're going to be on the prison, basketball team. And I've heard numbers that she may stay in jail up to 10 years. And family, I'm just going to be real with you. There's not a lot of buzz on the internet about Brittany Griner. It's not. I don't see a lot of headwinds. I have most of the social media accounts. I don't really hear too much information of the support behind Brittany Griner. I know she has some support, but it's not much. Now, see, Fox News is actually on this one particular thing. They're actually kind of stating what I said here. If you see illegal migrants, and I call them illegal
versus Toyota RAV4.
Here we go. Give me a second. I call them illegal migrants because before they were migrants, they were immigrants. And, you know, here's the thing. If someone's in your country illegally, but state officials actually bust them and fly them to a different state legally because the state did it, but they're illegal in the country without the approval and sanction of the states and cities he dropped them off at, yet let alone the federal government. Because don't forget, they're coming across the border, family. Okay, our borders are secured by the federal government. Our borders are secured by the federal government. And see, this is where it's funny at. This is where you really can't pick sides. You just got to know these things. Texas, Arizona, New Mexico, California, all these states are like, hey, you're supposed to be protecting the borders, federal government. And it has nothing to do with any political party. Because whoever's in office, Republicans, Democrats, liberals, conservatives, blah, blah, blah. Their job is to secure the borders, to have border security. Right? And they, you know, the Democrats kind of made that word an evil trope, so to speak, towards, you know, immigrants. And it's not at all. Someone is entering the country illegally. It's kind of like you. If you were to trespass in a place where you knew it says no trespassing, and you still did it, and it was in the language you speak. Now, again, have nothing against immigrants, nothing against migrants, but I do have something against illegal immigration and illegal migrants. I do. And I think we all should do, because if you believe and you feel and you know that this is your country, then guess what, family? You will want to protect it. Plain and simple. You will want to protect it. Okay? It's getting petty out here in the news. It really is. It says right here, J. Cole, Kanye West diss song, False Prophets video. Raphael Warnock goes there on the Hoja Walker abort allegations. IRS to make largest increase ever to 401k contribution limits. So isn't this a pickle when we look at the financial structure of America right now? Think about it. The IRS is going to raise the limit of how much money you can contribute to your 401k. Some of you have lost 40, 50, and 60% of your 401k. 40, 50, and 60% of your 401k, but now they're going to increase the limit of your contributions every year of your 401k. It's kind of like you have this car that never runs right, and everybody around you like, hey man, just get another car, And you just keep forking money in it. You're like, nah, I'm gonna get it running good. And it never really runs as good as it once did. That's 401k right now. That is your 403b right now. I mean, even bonds are taking a hit. Am I stating that you should stop? No. Is there a possibility for your 401k to be zero out? Yes. Unlikely, because there's a lot of money tied in 401ks with organizations and businesses and investment firms of such. But should you increase the amount of money you are putting inside your 401k right now, or you should continue to contribute what you contribute. Think about it like this, family. They're going to use that money in your 401k to fund the country, to bring us out of this recession, to lower inflation. Because where else are we going to get the money from? I want you to think about your bank account or your credit card or your debit card. Think about it like this. If you have a credit card and it has, you have a black card and you continue to spend, 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 and spend, then you notice you get to a point in your credit card that, hey, I really need more money coming in because I'm not covering my last charges that I put on my credit card. Or you go over that 30% utilization of your credit card, right? But since you already got a black card, they're not going to shut it off. So your credit really doesn't mean anything right now, does it? 31 trillion in debt, United States of America, just stating. So you say, okay, well, now they raise my interest rate because my balance is so high. And that's what credit card companies do. When your balance get high, don't you see your interest rate go up? But when your balance is low, it stay low. It's like you on the edge and they just kicking your ass off the ledge. I get it. They make more when you spend more, right? But anyway, here we are in this recession, and they're going to increase the 401ks. You're going to possibly contribute and invest more money in your 401k, and they're going to use that money to try to bring us out of recession and also lower inflation. Good old America for you. Good old America for you, family. This is a monetary sovereign. We can do what we want when it comes to money. We got more Ukraine stories. What else I have for you today? I'm about to get out of here though, family. I just kind of wanted to talk to you guys today. Something very light. But yeah, we might get on here tomorrow, Sunday, and really do an in-depth video. So I won't waste your time, family. You guys have a great, wonderful day. I see Jay the Informant. Nice to see you, brother.